This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, Demco, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Happy New Year. Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Welcome back to Superior Bait and Tackle here on Sailing Lane. I'm going to start off with, we got a new year. We finally got some cold weather. You see this mask back on me? Well, the last 10 days I've been in quarantine, and I promised Chris and everybody else I'd be safe. So I got my mask on today. I hope y'all can understand me. But we get through, and after this, I'm going to be free to go out and do what I did. I had all my shots and boosters, but somehow I contacted it, and I've been home 10 days. Didn't get out of the house. My buddies are killing ducks, people killing deer, and I'm going to apologize because the last couple of shows Chris had to put together, and I didn't get to run the pictures. So a lot of y'all sent me back and said, what happened to my picture? Well, it's coming this week. We hope we don't miss them. But here we got some deer pictures, we got some other hunts, and we got a short fishing report. So stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana from Superior Bait and Tackle on Sailing Lane.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
boats in sight. Go ahead and pan down the bridge. This is the best part about fishing a twin span, is there's never anybody here. It holds fish just like the other bridges. And we're going to show you guys just how effective the twin span can be right now. Not the biggest trout in the world, but catching some keepers. What we're using today is our bright colors. Got a bright sunny day, some clean water. I love bubblegum pink, the pink champagne, and crystal clear water. Sam's going to be using a bright one too, the limbo slice. That's what we're going to be using on a 3/8 ounce jig head, golden eye, to catch some of these trout here on the twin span. Right? As you can see kind of where I cast it there and where I set that hook, every one of these bites that we've had are from almost inside of a hula hoop. That's the region. So once you dial that pattern in, you want to just keep plugging away at that exact same cast. As Sam's got one right here. Sam's got a smaller one. This is a decent fish here. You just want to keep, make sure the boat don't hit here. But like I was saying, I had to push the boat off. You want to just keep making, once you figure out that pattern, just keep over and over and over again. The same cast, same presentation, angles. The angle of the presentation is extremely important. See if we can get some more. All right, my favorite thing about fishing a twin span is just the lack of boat traffic it has. I almost never see anybody on this bridge, and it always blows my mind as when the fish come into the lake, they get on all three bridges, and for whatever reason, the trestle is the one that always flocks all of the boats. And this year in particular, you know, the people fishing the bridge have been doing really well, and they've been using a lot of live shrimp, so catching them on plastic's been a little tricky. You come over here, these fish haven't been bothered at all, and it's a lot easier to catch them on plastics. Another thing that I love about fishing the twin span is it's virtually snagless. We go through very few jig heads on here, and it makes it real easy if you like trolling. You can troll right down the middle of the bridge and catch trout. And if you know, it's a 5-mile long bridge. If you're looking for an area, you don't know where to start, a good thing to always look for is what section is holding the loons, the birds that go underwater, and as those are always in areas that trout like to hang out. Yeah, baby. That's about the biggest size, like that's the larger of what we're catching on the twin span. We get some winters out here where it's all big 2, 4, 5 pounders in here. And when that's the case, they're buried up in the poles. But when it's these smaller fish, I wouldn't really call it school trout, but regular sized fish, you want to throw at the pole, you want to throw right behind where the current is moving. So if the tide's coming in, we're going to be fishing the eastern span. We're going to throw right past the, kind of get a like cast perpendicular, throw right past it. We're going to let that current sweep us off the pole, and those bites are coming about 10 foot off in the current eddy that the pollens are creating. And if it's a falling tide, it's just the opposite. You're going to fish the western span and do the exact same thing. But these fish pattern themselves extremely, it's an extremely tight pattern that they do on this twin span, and once you figure it out, they're going to be on each pole the same way. You just want to make the same cast over and over, and that same presentation over and over, and put some fish in the boat. This one's going to be close. Watch this trolling motor. About to hit the bridge again. That's one thing you got to watch out for when you got a decent little current movement is the boat pushing into the bridge spans here. But if you're going to come out here and fish and you don't have a lot of experience in it, I would recommend a 1/2 ounce jig head. That way you know you're going to get it down to the bottom. We're using a 3/8 right now. The currents, it's not too hard. I'd rather a 3/8. I mean, but we do this every day. A 1/2 ounce for people that haven't done it that often. That way it's just a little bit easier for you to get down to the bottom because all your bites are going to come from the bottom, and it's going to take, when you cast and that lure hits the water, it takes about 10 seconds for it to reach the bottom before you want to begin your retrieve. We're going to go ahead and end it on this fish right here. Nice, short, and sweet episode. Only took about 20 minutes to film this. These trout were almost behind every piling, like we went over. It's a pattern. We found the pattern on the fish early. Just started tagging them pretty fast using bright colors. These items are going to be in your monthly bait box, the pink champagne matrix, along with what Sam was using, the limbo slice matrix. Make sure to subscribe to the Matrix Bait Box. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out all our videos, fishing all of the bridges on the Gulf Coast, really, as we even do bridge fishing in Florida. Come out here, try your luck at the Twin Span. There's not a boat in sight and plenty of fish. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Until next time, good fishing.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
It's a special day here at Top Gun near Mer Rouge, close to the Arkansas border, the third day of the special goose season before the big duck season starts. Colby Daniels is with me. I've had the pleasure of hunting with you for several years now. Truly remarkable land up here. I know you almost take it for granted, but you get the ducks and geese when they're coming down, you get them when they're going back. We're after speckle bellies this morning.
That's right. It's been a great start. We've probably got more ducks and geese in the area than we've had probably, I would say, in the last 6 or 8 years.
It's a good place to come and
just
listen to the geese and ducks at night, hear the beaver slapping on the pond.
It's on a lake
and that sort of thing.
They can fish out the front door. You know, it's just a quiet, peaceful, nice
How long have you been doing this?
Well, I took my first group out here when I was about 8, but of course they drove me and I just called. But I've been doing it ever since.
So they tipped you with a lollipop at 8
That's
years
right.
old. Yeah.
That's right. They took me to eat.
Yeah.
Kill him, y'all. Kill him. Good shot.
Good shot, boys. Can I send her?
Yes, sir.
Back.
She'll get him.
Brenda, come get a little closer.
Hey, is he hunting too, Colby? So that's what, 12 we can kill?
We all hunt. Colby, ain't this fun? Hey, get ready. Look here, I'm here at one of my favorite hunting places with my favorite waterfowl hunting buddy, Lynn Rollins. 4 or 5 times, broadcast of the year. I got a new buddy here, the guy can really call these geese. It don't get better than this. If this ain't Paradise, Louisiana, hey, what else can we ask for? Thank you, Lord. What a great day.
Mr. Lynn, you think you can stay out there? You're a good decoy.
Yeah, I'll be happy to.
Hey, get little. Yeah, I got 4 or 5, 6 of them.
Low ones behind them.
Yep.
You're getting low. Kill him, y'all.
Killing 4.
Any of them drop?
Oh, that's not, man.
What about this one right here? Ooh, too high.
I hope that shit ain't going on TV.
It's gonna be you.
No, it ain't, neither.
I'm gonna attribute it to you. I'm gonna shoot one. Shoot one, Gary.
Way too high.
Not for Gary.
We'll be still. Watch this thing right here. What is this?
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. And let's start about them deer pictures that we ain't run in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm going to start off at Stephen St. Cyr. He sent one a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to put it on. But Stephen it's a mature 7-point he killed, weighed 190 pounds. He found it with his lab, Chuck. Found this big deer, and he sent me another one this past week. And from Port Barry, Kevin Lassile had a 9-point. So they all coming from, that's over there around Washington, Louisiana, Opelousas, Port Barry. You know where that's at, so that's at least. And thank you, Stephen. I'm sorry we didn't get it in, but we get it in this week. Make sure we got it. L.A. Hunter, Paul Patuit, my buddy, and Nikki Gaspard, he sent me this nice buck she killed in Bienville Parish. It was chasing a doe. It was a nice buck. Congratulations, Nikki. I love to see them women in the outdoors. They are just good as any of them there nowadays. L.A. Hunter had another one at Pat Morris, and this is an 8-point. He killed 2 of them. One of them had some tines missing, but they come from Bienville Parish too, 162 and a 172 pound. It was a good deer, good deer. Grandson, Micah, hunting in East Feliciana on his lease. He killed a nice buck the other day too. And my great-grandson, he took his nephew, Carson, and Carson killed a big 6-point. You see the smile on his face. So thanks to Micah for passing it on, bringing it down. We took them when they were younger to daddies. So now it's a tradition. We setting it down. He took his nephew and put him on a beautiful deer. Now I got some more deer pictures I didn't find. I thought I had them in there, but be sure and send them to me. The season's not over yet. Send them at Gary at ParadiseLouisiana.com. I got a picture from my old buddy John Roy and Timmy Trahan, where me and Don and all, we used to do their woodcock hunting. Well, they've been the last few years been having a hard time finding a measurable amount of woodcock. But they found them in the Chapelai Basin the other day. They didn't kill as many. They had big flocks that got up too fast in the wind. And this is a few of them they killed. That's John Roy, Timmy Trahan, and Bo Gibson, David Wade, and Lance Wade with the dogs over there hunting the woodcock. He's looking forward to it, and he said they're finding a few, but they're still hard to find. Few and far between. That's what he was telling me now. But what he did find out, all that hot weather, now we got some cold weather in this week, but that hot weather, one of the dogs got bit. I'm not going to show you. He sent me a picture where the dog got bit, but I'm not going to show you that. It's too ugly. But you better be careful out there when the warm weather comes. Them moccasins are everywhere and rattlesnakes, so be careful. Then I got some fishing reports now. I'm going to jump around now. But the fishing reports are still coming from the Pontchartrain Basin, all over there, Lake Bourne, Lake St. Catherine, all them areas I'm talking about to the guides and everything. Mike Brantley sent me this picture. I thought I'd run it, but maybe not. I'm going to do it. Now, this Big Ben and his nephews, they were celebrating in memory of his uncle. And this is a table full of fish. They catch them in the trestle, they fish in the runouts, and they fish in the Lake Bourne where the canals are coming out, Unknown Pass, fishing drop shot, or they're fishing up against the bank, catching bass with shrimp under a cork. So that's it. Now, and then I also getting it coming from John Bernard to send me again from T. Irvins. Here's a picture with Scott Shirley. He was chasing the birds out of T. Irvins over there and using Berkeley Gulp under a cork, or you're using that matrix shad shrimp Creole. So John, they keep sending me. Now, I didn't get a whole lot of them, but I was checking my news from Toledo Bend. They're still catching fish. They're catching big fish right now. But if you get these bad winds like we had, you don't want to be on that lake. It's very, very dangerous, very rough. Same thing with they're catching fish in Lake Verret and areas, but that wind is blowing, you want to stay out of there. You know, I have a lot of people that I know that have lost their lives in Lake Verret, just going from one side to the other and get caught on the wrong side. So be very careful, say your prayers, have a safe new year, and let me see if I'm forgetting anything else. I said Toledo Bend, Old River, Henderson again. They're still catching fish in Henderson. They're catching sac-a-lait. They're using spider rigs like they do in Lorto. I didn't have a report last week from Lorto. Them boys are usually out there hunting right now, but I didn't get any fishing report from them. They don't have a whole lot of duck reports, the same thing. So if you got a duck report, send it to me next week. Be safe. Don't forget, that stuff is still bad. Thank God I had my shots and my booster. I felt bad for about 2 or 3 days. The rest of the time, I just stayed there and watched ball games. Go Tigers. See y'all next week. God bless Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.